Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Self Inflicted Podcast. I'm your host, Narrator, and I'm joined today with, I don't know if I can call you a lovely guest, but my guest, General Sam. Say hello.
I'm the only one you got.
Okay, I have many guests.
It's the first. You have nobody lined up. You begged
excuse you,
and begged for me to come on.
I did not beg. That is a lie. You are spreading falsities already. Jesus.
Who you got lined up for next week?
Okay, who I got lined up for next week? Okay, let me open up my phone.
He's making up a fucking name right now.
I got Hugbox or Donut Operator or JC the Caster or Raccoon Eggs or Maddox. I got all of them confirmed.
Have any of those people replied to an email?
Yes, they have. They've all told me.
They know you exist?
Yes, they've all told me, yes, I would be down to come onto your podcast. That would be cash money.
Okay, never mind. I take it back. I apologize.
Anyways, I might as well get this out of the way now. This episode's brought to you by Sprite Cranberry.
You have a sponsor, or is this a fake sponsor?
Yeah, no, it's Sprite Cranberry.
You get no fucking sponsor from Sprite.
Dude, go get it. Oh, go get a Sprite Cranberry today.
I didn't even know they made those.
What do you mean you didn't know they made those? Haven't you seen any of the LeBron James memes? You want a Sprite Cranberry?
No, I've never seen that.
How?
I feel out of the loop. He sent me like this guy sent me a fucking script telling me all the things we were going to talk about. I understood half of it.
Well, I mean, the very first thing on here, which is probably a good segue because anybody who knows you would be interested in this. A couple years ago, you made a video called Am I a Psychopath? Where I think it was going over some Kotaku article about how every YouTuber's a psychopath. One of the key features of being a psychopath is that you can't relate to Let's Play videos. Your video pretty much revolved around that concept about how you can't relate to Let's Play videos, but you can make them. So I guess my question is, are you a psychopath and can you watch Let's Plays now?
No, I think what it is it's like I make them all day. So like the last thing I want to, like imagine you're a gynecologist, you spend all day looking at vaginas. The last thing you want to do is go home and eat out your wife. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, with a gynecologist though, they look at like infected pussy. They don't look at good pussy.
No, you got those 6-month checkups. They're not all stanky when they come in there.
I mean, fair enough.
No, okay, the whole premise of that video, what made me like make it, at that time it was like running rampant with all these YouTubers like, I think I have depression because like WebMD said I have depression. It's still going on. All those people that are like, I'm depressed, fucking want to kill myself. My life sucks so much. Hey, you're one of those people now that I think about it.
Wait a minute. Yeah, but I have clinical depression.
Okay, I mean, if you want to hide behind a doctor's skirts about it, I mean, we can go out of that.
I have stacks upon stacks of files.
I have paperwork to back up.
I do.
All those tweets.
I do.
I think it has to do with the rise of like WebMD because people self-diagnose all the time. Here, for example, one day the right side of my leg just shut off, like it's numb, and it's been numb for like months.
Wait a minute. Is it still numb?
It's still numb, yeah.
Have you gone to a doctor?
No, I did something better. I went to WebMD and and I went to WebMD and I looked it up and they were like, yeah, that's a sign of diabetes. So I was like, holy shit, I got diabetes. So I called up my doctor and I was like, hey, I just had blood work done. Is my blood sugar thing all right? Do I have like diabetes? And they're like, no, it's fine. And then she was like, well, why do you ask? I was like, oh, because like the right side of my leg shut off. And she was like, oh, that sounds pretty serious. You want to come in? I'm like, no, as long as I don't have diabetes, I'm fine. Boop, and I hung up.
Wait a minute, Sam. This is a joke, right?
No, I'm serious. Like the right side of it just shut off one day.
I'm pretty sure that might also be the. No, wait, no, that's.
But you know what else is weird is like I can't smile on the left side of my face.
Yeah, okay, no, I was about to say that's the sign of a stroke.
No, but like yeah, the right side of my foot and like down under my knee and everything. I think it's a chiropractor issue. Like I think I'm gonna go get all.
Wait, a chiropractor? No. The chiropractors are scams.
They're not scams, dude.
Yeah,
they crack you up.
No, they are not doctors for a reason. It's all pseudoscience. They just make you hurt.
Good. It's a good hurt.
It doesn't benefit you at all. They just hurt you.
Okay, listen here. It is the closest you can get to having an orgasm without having an orgasm. So until you go to one, you can shut the fuck up, all right?
Okay.
If you have any sort of back problems and you go to a chiropractor, I don't care what. It could be like a professional torturer's license on the wall. Like, I don't give a fuck what they have on the wall, what their licensing is, the science behind it. It feels amazing.
You know what? This will be my problem in 21 days, but until I'm 20, I don't care. I'm not an old man. How old are you now?
I'm 27.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
You have your funeral plan set up?
No, not yet. But
damn, you better get on that.
I'm counting the days away until I get that first prostate exam. I went out of my way to get a doctor with those big girthy fingers.
Oh,
you know?
God. Are they even allowed to do prostate exams?
Yeah. No, I already told him. I was like, his PA, his physician's assistant, is going to be doing my exam. I told him that straight up, and he asked me why. And I was like, dude, you got those fucking banana hands, dude. Those fingers, they're huge. He's going to blow me out. Hell no.
Okay, wait a minute. Complete side tangent, and the audience at home will see this, but why did you post a picture of Steve Harvey, an Asian man, and Sam Hyde?
Oh, yeah, I saw that I had the ability to post pictures in this chat, and so I went through and just posted some of my favorite images from the week. That Sam Hyde picture where he's huge. Look at him.
You DM'd me as a joke, but unironically, I'm scared of that man.
He's fucking wild, dude.
Like, I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me. Let's move on to, I think we were talking about something else, but fuck that noise. Let's move on to a question. So here's something from Kate, I guess, _, on Twitter. What's the weirdest thing y'all have found on the internet?
Oh, I saw this one on the Twitter thing, so I went ahead and thought of this. This is wait, how dirty can I get on this thing? I'm going to bulldoze past you and just go ahead with it. All right. So anyways, this is something that I found on 4chan back in the day that I have never been able to find any archive about. I've never been able to find anything about it, like a screen cap. And I sit there and lie awake at night sometimes thinking about it. It was this guy posting pictures of his girlfriend's ass. And he was like, do you guys want to see more? And everybody's like, well, duh. I mean, you got to see more. So I'm sitting there lurking around, right? And he posts like a couple more, and then she does like a spread butt cheek shot where you see her little chocolate starfish, right? And hanging out of the chocolate starfish is a fucking tapeworm.
Oh, what?
And the best part is everybody's like, dude, there's a fucking worm right there. And the guy responds, he just goes, yeah, we're really into worming.
Excuse me? What the fuck is worming?
And then that's what everybody said, and he never responded. So now I lie awake at night just going like, what is worming? Like, does he just pull it out and like watch it go back in like she's a fucking wind-up doll? Like, what the fuck?
Wait a minute. So does worming have anything to do with sounding?
I don't. What? Like he pulls it out and puts it in the end of his dick?
No.
Like,
what if it's just like perpetually just sticking out and he just sounds it when he puts it in?
I don't know, man.
Oh God.
I just imagine she was like the Woody doll from Toy Story, and he would like pull it out, and then it would go like and go back in, and he'd make her say something.
Jesus. I don't want to believe you, but at the same time, I know you, so I feel like it's real. Oh, God.
So anyways, that's been on every dating profile I've ever had. It's just, I'm really into worming. What about you? What's the weirdest thing you've seen?
I don't know how to top that. Sam Hyde? just Sam Hyde. He's a very big man. Oh, what? No, I'm not prepared for that at all. But I guess I'd say Sam Hyde's mom video.
I love that series of pictures he has where he has like women in chokeholds.
Oh God!
Like the weak should fear the strong. Like,
yeah.
And it's not like done for the picture because those women have really red faces. Like he's cranking down on them for like 15 seconds, and then he goes, "All right, take the picture." It's not like he just does it for the picture. Like he's in the middle of it, drags that bitch across the party. He's like finding someone with a camera. You need to take a picture of this. This is worth taking a picture of.
Have you ever seen his video about like how to get out of debt?
No.
Okay, so he made this video. The entire video, he was just talking about how, oh, debtors are scams. And the way that you can just not pay taxes is by constantly lie to them and just tell them you can only pay a certain amount. Just keep lying to them.
My I think she was 95. My grandma was 95, and when she died, my dad found out she had like $20,000 in credit card debt.
What the
And so
fuck?
like these people kept calling to like collect. And my dad just picked up the phone and he's like, "Hey, what you calling for?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're trying to collect money. You're several months late." And the guy's like, my dad's like, "Yeah, can you go ahead and check the date of birth for your client?" I don't want to say her name. You know?
Yeah.
And
they're still looking
and
for
the guy looks and he's like, holy shit. I remember this lady told me she remembered the milkman in a fucking horse buggy, like a horse and carriage buggy
Jesus,
thing.
no, wait a minute.
Yeah.
They were not around that long ago.
Legitness. I am serious.
Wait,
I had to pull out the L word. Absolutely. One of her first memories is the first car in town running into the milkman's horse buggy and fucking breaking the horse's leg, and the police showed up and shot the horse. That was one of her first memories because it was so traumatic seeing the horse get put down. So anyways, this lady, she's 95. She gets $20,000 in credit card debt, dies, and then they're calling to like collect the debt. And my dad's like, "You gave a 95-year-old woman $20,000 and expected her to pay it back?" And he just sat there and laughed on the phone. And the guy's just like, "I guess I'm a fucking asshole. I didn't think about that." Like, what retards give a 95-year-old lady $20,000
Dude,
and
she just
expect
needed-
her to pay it back?
She needed a new Chevy Tahoe.
Yeah. She probably laughed at him too. She's like, "I'm fucking 95. I ain't paying this shit back."
Wait, what'd she die from?
Fucking being 95. What do you think?
I thought
Fucking-
she like, well, I
It's
mean,
fucking old as time. What do you...
no,
She didn't just keel over. She just turned into a pile of dust. Fucking blew away in the
was
wind.
she the old lady from fucking SpongeBob? She just wanted her chocolate.
Yeah. She was one of those. Like, as she got older, she got like progressively smaller. Like that lady in SpongeBob is like a husk of a person. Like, that's how she was.
Speaking of SpongeBob, going back to the Twitter question, I remember the weirdest thing that I've ever seen on the internet. I think I'm a bitch baby now for it, but remember when creepypastas were like starting to get big on the internet?
Yeah.
So I was like 13, I think. Have you ever heard of Red Mist?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's this really shitty SpongeBob creepypasta about like an episode where Squidward gets real depressed and like fucking kills himself. I was a naive 13-year-old and somebody made like really poorly edited videos or whatever, and they just kept me up at night because there's just this Photoshop of Squidward with hyper realistic blood red eyes.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about,
Yeah.
too. I think I've seen that.
Anytime I see it, I just leave wherever I am.
Well, Squidward's a creepy looking dude to begin with. I mean,
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, he like blows his brains out.
huh.
It was
Yeah.
wacky.
Do you remember Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
beautiful music.
The season 1 finale was fucking hilarious because it was like so like if that show never got re-upped for a second season, it had the most depressing finale. Do you remember it?
No, I was born in '99.
Oh, okay. Fucking little whippersnapper.
Okay, fuck
Anyways,
you. I'm
so,
still a millennial.
I'm a 90s kid.
I count as a millennial. Fuck
Yeah.
you. I'm not a Gen Zer.
Well, the last episode, it was like one of the ones where everything didn't return back to normal for the next episode. Like usually at the end, everything's back to normal, right?
Yeah.
Well, at the end of this one, it was some monster or something that turned people into like marionette dolls or some shit. And the end of the episode is just Courage had set up Muriel and Eustace, who had been turned into wooden dolls by the bad guy, had set them up in the living room and was rocking himself on Muriel's lap. And that was the last episode. So like if they never got re-up for another season, the last thing that you see Courage doing was just rocking on what used to be Muriel's lap. You know,
Jesus
like it was a
Christ.
like
What
I
the
never
fuck?
got it as a kid. Usually you don't watch stuff like
Yeah.
in sequence when you're a kid, but
Yeah.
that was going to be the last episode. I guess they did that. They're like, look, you guys better fucking re-up this, or these kids are gonna have nightmares.
Oh, speaking of creepy shit from like 15 years ago, did you ever watch Salad Fingers?
Yeah, dude. I used to have a Salad Fingers shirt in middle school.
Really?
Yeah, I had a Hubert Cumberdale. Isn't that his name? Hubert Cumberdale?
Yeah, Hubert Cumberdale.
Yeah, it was a shirt with him on it. Yeah, I got the pussy,
The guy who makes it is making episode 11 right now. Salad Fingers was some creepy shit.
I feel like that had a time in my life, and it's not something I would go back and enjoy. So I'm not even going to check out.
I go back and watch Salad Fingers like every year, and every time I watch it, I find something new.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's
like one of those things where I don't want to go back and watch Napoleon Dynamite because I'm afraid I'll just watch it and be like, what is this stupid shit? Why do I like this?
Salad Fingers is still creepy as fuck.
It ages better.
The thing about Salad Fingers is it came out with a new episode every year. It's been a couple years since episode 10, but every year there'd just be a new episode of Salad Fingers. So I guess it had that going for it, age-wise.
Yeah. The hell's he doing where it takes a year for him to come up with it?
Well, it's animation. I don't know. Bring it up with fucking what's his name? He changed his animation style now, where he does like he uses real people and shit, but he changes their face. It's real creepy.
That's
David
called
Firth.
film.
I think his name is David Firth. Okay, let's move on. Speaking of Twitter, what happened to your Twitter account?
Oh yeah, that
yeah. Tell the story.
I've had 2 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My first one, it was getting up there. It was pretty big, and then yeah, you would appreciate this.
Oh, really? I feel like it's a gay joke.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if you had come out like publicly or anything.
What?
But,
God, all of my shit's pink. I'm a flaming faggot.
Okay. All right. Anyways, so yeah, so you know how Chick-Fil-A is I
love Chick-Fil-A.
You know how like they were opposed to gay people getting married?
Still are.
Right? Yeah. Well, I'm all for gay people getting married. If you want to ruin your life, go for it, So I looked at it like this. I was like, look, Chick-fil-A doesn't like gay people getting married, but I love their chicken. And I love their chicken so much, I'm willing to cast aside my morals in order to appease Chick-fil-A and win their favor for a lifetime sponsorship of free chicken, right? So I may have solicited to them in like an open tweet that I would be willing to kill a gay man in exchange for a lifetime of free chicken. I was like, look, this is the deal. You name the gay man.
Jesus Christ.
He's gone. I'll get the chicken. And Twitter saw that as they're like, this is an act of violence, a threat of violence. I was like, no. They're the ones that hate gay people. I love gay people. I just love their chicken.
I love gay people so much I'd kill one just for chicken.
No, I was like, I love gay people. It's just I love their chicken so much more. I'm willing to kill a gay person over it. Like, yeah. Oh wait, hold on. I wrote down a thing about you. I wanted to, how like you're always supposed. Yeah. You're always supposed to like compliment your host when you're on a show. I'm preparing to be on like Jimmy Kimmel and stuff.
Oh, okay.
All right, Han, I wrote this down. It says, you know what I like about you? You're not one of those gay guys where 100% of your personality is about being gay. Only about 85% of yours is gay. The other 15% is about yiffing with your furry pals.
Fuck you! God damn it. I'm not a fucking... God. Here I was.
Wait, hold on. I got another one.
Oh, fuck. Here
this one's more of a question.
My depression?
No. This one's more of a question. Ready?
Okay. Let's go.
I've been meaning to ask you. In all your pictures, your eyes are really puffy. Is that an allergic reaction to getting stung by a swarm of bees, or did you get pink eye from eating out another man's asshole?
I'm Asian.
Oh, really?
I'm Asian, you fuck.
Why do you have fucking blonde hair?
You ever heard of Siberia? I'm fucking Kazakhstani mixed with Chechen.
Well, that's even better now.
No, I'm Chechen. It's worse.
Are you sure it's not pink eye?
Oh, God. I wish it was pink eye. I wish I just permanently had pink eyes, so that way I wouldn't have to explain to people why my eyes are so chinky.
No, it's not that. They just look puffy.
Oh, thanks, Sam.
Yeah. Wait, I got another gay one. Hold on.
Oh God. Okay, here we go.
You ever seen that movie, The Thing?
Yes.
All right. Well, you want to hear my idea for a horror movie? It's a movie like The Thing, where the monster infects people and takes over their body, causing mass paranoia within the group. But instead, it's a group of gay guys, and one of them has AIDS.
That's just called a gay bar.
Yeah, this is a gay bar. All right, I'm done.
Okay.
I wrote those 3 things down.
I can't believe you put in the effort to just write those down. I don't even know why you would do that. What?
It's just to shit on you. You have to do it at least once. I mean, come on.
I mean, you do it to me all the time, though.
I didn't want you to start off your first show with some like giant ego. You know,
I don't.
You got to kick them into the dirt first so you can build that strong foundation.
Pretty sure this counts as a hate crime.
No, it doesn't, because we're
Okay.
you know, we're all pals. And
Whatever.
stuff.
Yeah, we are.
Plus you're white. You know.
Yeah, I'm white, but I'm also Asian, so it's like I'm dude, I'm a whole lot of identity politics.
Ooh.
I'm ethnically Muslim. I'm an immigrant. I'm Asian. I'm gay. I'm a Republican. I check off all the boxes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're what we us purebreds refer to a dirty mutt. Is that what you're saying?
No.
No. Okay.
No. Okay, so what happened to your second Twitter account? Wait, didn't it go General Sam 123 and then General Sam 321?
No. It was General Sam 123, and then it went to Cineral Gam. You know, because I was trying to fly under the radar. They said it was a lifetime ban. Yeah. And that one,
no, wasn't it something with Red Dead Redemption 2 and killing a retard?
That might have been it. Yeah.
Yeah, you said something about like
I didn't say something. It was in the game.
Yeah, it was like you posted a video where you just killed a retard or something.
Yeah. Well, that it wasn't okay. You remember the guy getting in trouble for beating up the suffragette?
Yeah.
Right. The difference is that suffragette was someone that you don't necessarily beat up. Like, there's nothing in the game that tells you to. But me beating up the retard that's not the preferred nomenclature, by the way. It's a pinhead, I think, is of the era.
Oh, you calling pinhead?
Yeah,
pinhead. Oh yeah. Do you want me to keep in you saying retard or?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
I don't care.
Well, I mean, hey, I don't know.
I have done my best.
You're a loose cannon.
I've done my best to have the worst reputation possible.
Well,
by God, I will keep it horrible.
Yeah, thanks for dragging me down with you, cunt.
Yeah.
Again, I'd like to remind everybody this episode's brought to you by Sprite Cranberry.
Yeah. In the game, like, the mission is you subdue the pinhead by beating him up. So all I was doing was what the game told me. I didn't want to beat him up, you know?
Are you sure you didn't want to beat him up?
No, if it was up to me, I would have fucking jacked him off right there in the bar. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you do have you do have a very weird obsession with getting Marson knocked up with another man. Is it Marson? I haven't played Red Dead 2.
It's Arthur Morgan.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Oh my God, I love that too, because I made that video and, like, you know, my audience came in and they're like, oh, look at this, and they watched it and they commented, and now it's out, like, everybody that watches my videos has watched it, so now it's circulating outside my crew.
Oh, really?
Into the internet. With
no.
people that normally play Red Dead, which is a lot of Southerners, a lot of conservatives, and they go and watch it and they're like, listen here, buddy, Arthur Morgan ain't gay. Okay, he's a hunky man. All right.
If I can find a copy pasta of somebody doing that, would you read it for us?
What, just upset that Arthur Morgan's gay?
Yeah, I mean, I need main channel content.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Possibly.
I
was playing a lot of Hunt Showdown, so like I've perfected my Southern guy voice.
Thanks for inviting me, by the way. You got me into the game, and then we haven't played since.
Well, I haven't played since I made the video on it. But
fair enough.
Do you play Cards Against Humanity? We've been playing that.
I do.
Yeah, we've been playing that. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, I have Tabletop Simulator.
You know what kills that is when people don't read them enthusiastically.
Oh God, I hate it when people play
Yeah.
cards. You want to know? Okay, so Cards Against Humanity, it really depends on the audience you're playing it with. Because I feel like with you guys, I would have a very hard time because you're all edgelords. But in high school, for some reason, one of our teachers had it, and I always won because I would always go right on the edge of what's not okay.
Yeah.
Nobody else would.
For me, it's whatever's the worst. Morally the worst. You know what got me? The funniest thing that happened last time was, for some reason, was just someone had a white card that had Velcro TM on it.
What?
Like just like Velcro, like the name brand Velcro.
Wait a minute. They still have the rights to Velcro?
Yeah.
I thought
and,
they
like,
lost the rights because it was just such a common thing.
I don't know. Just it caught me off guard. That, and there's a card that says Mr. Clean right behind you.
Oh, dude, Mr. Clean. Jesus. Talk about mascots.
Right?
He looks like Howie Mandel if he was attractive.
Right? He's kind of a hunk.
Dude, I mean, that earring? Ooh.
Ooh.
Dude, I remember I can't remember if it was college or high school, but they're both sissies. We were in class and somebody like played it for a project and then just went on for 10 minutes about how it was objectifying women.
You know, coincidentally, along the same riffs as that, on that Arthur Morgan's gay video.
Yeah?
Do you mind if I like explain the story arc of that whole thing?
Yeah, I don't care. I have a PS4, but I'm not going to buy Red
No,
Dead.
no, the story arc of that video.
Yeah,
so
sure.
This
go
makes
for it.
sense. Okay, so the story arc of the video is that like Arthur Morgan, every time you see a prostitute, they're like, "Hey, you want to do something?" Because they're trying to make money. You know, Arthur Morgan ain't a bad looking dude, and Arthur's always like, "Nah, I'm good." You have two options. You can either tell him like "fuck off," or you can be polite about it. But there's no yes, and so.
Huh.
And of course, you can just look up the backstory and see that he had a wife and kid, and that they died, and so he's not interested in women anymore. And instead, I took it to mean like, I was like, hey, what if he just rejects all these women because he's gay, and it's the late 1800s, it's not socially acceptable, so he's not going to be, you know, sticking his cock through like bathroom stalls or anything, trying to find somebody. And so I go around like trying to find different sexual partners within the game, and at the end, the only person I can find is like in the middle of a swamp. There's a guy that rapes you. Right?
What? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
what?
He's like a hillbilly rapist. Isn't that like a Greek tragedy? Like the only other gay person in the game is like
is a rapist.
Is a rapist.
Wow, what a time to be alive.
Yeah. So anyways, this lady comments on the video and she's like, I know this is supposed to be funny and I know this is like dark comedy.
Didn't you tweet about this?
Yes, I tweeted that out because it pissed me off so much, because she was just like, if a man getting sexually assaulted is nothing to joke about, and if you have been, it's okay to speak up. Like, don't fucking choose my shit to like be your soapbox.
Didn't it get like 300 likes?
Yes, that's the worst part, because I was like, you fucking people in my subscriber base, I thought you were better than this. And you see this lady just, it was like a vacuum of fun. The second I saw that comment, like any joy in my life just, I'm like, yeah, of course. Yeah, if you get raped, it sucks. You're supposed to say something about it, and duh. Like, I don't need your stupid bitch. I don't need your fucking stupid comment to tell me that.
If you get
it's
raped,
the dumbest thing
say
I've ever heard.
If you get raped,
Yeah.
say something. Duh. General Sam, 2019.
Duh. Just, like, why like anybody's gonna be reading this and just be like, oh, okay, and then like read the comments. Oh my god, I was raped. I should say something because fucking Sarah from Nebraska told me to.
Could it be that so many, like you said earlier, that now it's starting to get out to the normies? Could it be that those 300 disabled individuals aren't subscribers of yours?
Oh, God, I hope so. I hope. I hope the same people that were like Arthur Morgan's not gay, dude. He's a manly man, all right.
Okay, well,
he is a straight man.
Why doesn't he fuck? Wait,
he's not gay. It's always he's not gay, you fag. That's what they always say, because they're like mad and homophobic.
I think I remember seeing the video. I don't catch up with all your videos. I apologize, but wasn't in that video something about like a son being held in a cellar in the basement or something? Or was that a different video?
That might have been a different one.
Oh.
I don't know.
What was the story behind that? Because Red Dead is on our topic.
Oh, no. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's that guy that has like, it's like a gimp. He's got him like dressed up as like a little Dutch boy in a basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's funny about that is it's a gunsmith, and he has like a little boy down in his basement that he has locked up. He calls him his son, and the guy's like, I'm like 20 and he's not my dad. But the funny part is, after you let the kid go, next time you go to the gunsmith, it's still the same guy. And he just goes like, he's like, hey, you in here to buy some weapons? And I'd like you to forget that last thing ever happened.
Wait, does he say that?
Yeah, he like tries to brush it under the rug. I just want to keep this professional. All right. I'll keep my raping on the down low from here on out.
My question is, why did he have the bars in the first place so the little Dutch boy could scream out?
Right? In my experience, people that kidnap people and put them in their basement and make them dress up like Dutch boys aren't the smartest.
Oh, you know what?
I've only ran into a handful.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have extensive experience.
I have to concur with you there. Of the few men who fit that profile, they haven't been the smartest cracker in the barrel.
Right.
Yeah. Well, let's get on to another question from Twitter, and this comes from an absolute retard. Stupid Star Sonic asks, so I don't know if I should be asking Narrator or General Sam a question, so I'll just ask something both of you can answer. How's your day going?
I saw that question and you picked that?
Yeah, I picked it because it's such a fucking stupid question.
That is a bad question.
I know it is. I should
have gone through these and picked them with you.
Well, you wanted to be a surprise. I only picked this because it's such a bad question.
That's a bad question.
That's
My
just
day's
like
fine.
Yeah.
I woke up. I had Chick-Fil-A.
Oh yeah. You want to know something? There aren't any Chick-Fil-A's near me.
Oh, really?
So I went down to Georgia to visit my mom, and I stayed longer than I was going to because I was originally going to stay till Christmas, but then I ended up staying until 2019 because of the Chick-fil-A Bowl. And so it was Florida University versus Michigan. And the ironic thing about it being at the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl is that there are a million Chick-fil-A's in Gainesville, but there are 0 Chick-fil-A's in Ann Arbor.
Huh.
Yeah, it's really weird. In Michigan, there are like 5 Chick-fil-A's, and they're all 50 miles apart from each other. It's horrible.
Wait, so it was like a football game?
Yeah, college football.
Wait, so you're a gay guy that watches football and is a Republican? You're everything I hate.
Wait a minute, what? Okay. Oh.
I don't watch sports.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You don't watch sport ball?
Nah.
Wow.
Sport ball is not my thing. Unless you count, you ever seen that video of the girl with their ass gaped and the other girl uses like putt-putt golf?
Speaking of assholes, do you remember your mom using a thermometer in your asshole? If so, did it impact your fetishes? This comes from Leafy Whore at Nix of the Fallen on Twitter.
Oh, that's Bryan's girlfriend.
What?
Yeah, I told her. Well, because apparently that's common practice. Like they told us that in the hospital when we were like leaving the hospital. They're like, yeah, your daughter might get a little bit constipated. Just put some Vaseline on a thermometer and stick it up her ass. I was like, wait, no, that's not fucking raping my kid with a thermometer. And I told my mom that, and she was like, oh yeah, I used to do that to you all the time, you and your brother. And she was like, yeah, I would do it to you and you'd push it out. I'd do it to your brother and he kind of liked it. I was like,
is your
fucking
brother
like raping us?
Is your brother gay?
No, maybe suppressed. I don't know. I'm openly gay. That's the difference. Yeah, no, he's got a girlfriend.
Oh, nice.
Believe it or not, the first one I've liked ever in the history. Yeah.
Wow. How many has he had?
She's cool. Like 1 million.
How many of them have been men?
None.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
Some of them have looked like men.
No, so that's a regular practice, huh?
Apparently, yeah. I refused to do it. I straight up told my wife, I was like, look, that kid's already got big enough problems having me as a fucking dad. I ain't gonna be sticking a thermometer up their ass.
Jokes aside, you're not actually like how you act on Instagram to your kid, are you?
What do you mean?
Blowing in their face?
Oh, that's hilarious, dude.
Oh, God.
Yeah, if a baby's crying, like just bawling their eyes out, and you just go, just blow right in their face. They just stop, and they're like, wait a second. Once the air's gone, then they go, and they start screaming again.
You're an asshole. Then he took her to see furries.
That was funny. Did I tell you the story about that?
No, you didn't. Please do tell me.
Yeah, we're at this Christmas parade, right? And these furries are getting they're there, they're like in their furry costumes, they have like Santa hats on, and people are taking pictures with them, and like, oh, the kids are like, oh, let's can I have a picture with the furry? And they're like, oh, taking pictures, parents are loving it. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, this is a furry's wet dream, because all they had to do, first of all, you're in Florida. If you're a furry in Florida, that's just bad news altogether, because it's hot as shit all the time. You have your stupid fur costume. You're just sweating your balls off while you're yiffing with your friend, and and then you're ostracized by the community because you're a jackass wearing a $1,700 wolf costume in 100-degree weather. You're a fucking idiot. And then they're like, why is this guy wearing a wolf costume? They Google it and they're like, oh, he's basically a pedophile, but for animals. Well, this is the thing, because it's a Christmas parade, and all they did to transform them from weird, disgusting freak on the fringe of society to lovable Christmas figure that all kids can enjoy is they put a Christmas hat on. And so it went from a husky with a thick cock to a Christmas Santa sled husky or something.
Aw, that's adorable.
And so and I'm like, but there's still like a borderline pedophile dog fucker behind that mask.
Wait a minute. Okay, I know where the dog fucker comes from. Where's the pedophile come from?
Like, to me, just like, there's pedophiles, right?
Yeah, I know pedophiles. I'm pretty sure pedophiles exist.
I'm doing my hand here. I'm like really low.
Yeah.
Really low.
Yeah, I have a feeling you have very high opinions of furries.
And then furries are just one scrotum hair above that. Because they're not fucking humans, they're fucking dogs. But it's still weird. I guess the main thing, the social norm that you're breaking there is that babies and dogs can't consent.
Jesus Christ.
I don't care how much that dog's wagging its tail. I guarantee you it's not saying, please stick your cock in me.
Wow.
I don't think that's something that they can do with a tail wag.
You know what? Anyways. You know what? I had you. I was putting up with your homophobic rhetoric, but once you talk about furries, that draws a line, Mr. General Sam. I'm reporting your Twitter.
Well, I'm sorry. So anyways, I saw these guys, right? and all these kids were around them. I'm like, these parents don't even know what they're sending their kids up to. Like, these guys are fucking whacking off to pictures of dogs. And and I was trying to tell, like, my in-laws, I explained to them, like, these are dudes that are into animals sexually, but in a fur costume. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I don't really understand it. And there was one chick there too. I'm not sure if you saw that in the picture.
Really? No, I did not pay attention to it. I just saw that you were standing in the middle of furries, dead-eyed.
Right? Yeah. Which is funny because in my mind, like, a dude that fucks dogs is lower than a girl that gets fucked by a dog. Because at least the dog's, like, giving it to her, you know?
I'm not a furry, but I feel like you have a very warped perception of them.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, nobody. What do you think? They just have like a platonic relationship with dogs? That's what a normal person has with dogs. I have a platonic relationship with my dog.
Wait, you have a dog?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. This is how a normal person reacts with their dog. They pet it and they give it a cookie.
Okay, I'm just saying I wouldn't.
They don't whack it off on their couch.
I'm just saying I wouldn't go as far as to call them all dog rapists and pedophiles.
Well, why the fuck are they wearing the outfit?
They
want to be a dog?
A lot of them aren't a lot of them under 18?
What, you think they can't fuck a dog if they're under 18? Like, as soon as you turn 18, the cops are like, all right, here's your ability to vote, and here's your dog fucking card. Okay, you now have the ability to fuck a dog.
I feel like this is a losing argument, so I'm just going to stop while I'm ahead.
All right, well, anyways, so I explained to my in-laws, like, who these guys were, and they're like, oh my God, that's disgusting, right? And then I was like, all right, now take my picture with them. And I went over there. And this is the funny part. Like, I posed with him. And the guy to my left, if you look at that picture, he's the guy wearing sneakers. Like, he has a dog outfit, but he's like, I'm not going to go all out. I'm going to have human feet.
Oh, Jesus.
And he's wearing, like, Merrell's or something. Like, just pedophile shoes.
Jesus.
Like Asics or New Balance, you know, like those brands. Anyways, so he takes the picture and, like, instead of saying cheese, he just goes, and I quote, it's like a little midnight snack.
What? I'm looking at the picture now. One of them looks, the one in like the elf costume looks straight out of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Right? So it's the one, if you're looking at me, he's the one on my right.
Yeah, I see him. He looks very, did he just come from a rave?
I don't know. He's like, little midnight snack.
Jesus.
And I was straight faced, but the second he said that, that's when I smiled. Like because that was the funniest thing I'd ever heard. Yeah, that was a good night. Do you like my Cosby sweater, by the way? That thing's rocking it, dude.
Is it itchy?
Hell no, it ain't itchy, dude. Come on.
Oh, I'm just asking. It looks kind of itchy.
Super. It's the most comfortable thing. I
mean, don't get too comfortable, Sam.
I was going to say, if I was going to molest somebody in a sweater, that would be the one, you know?
Yeah.
If I was going to spike someone's drink with Rohypnol
in
a sweater,
wow,
it would be that sweater.
Dog rapists and Rohypnol. Okay, off to a good start.
Well, this is going on your channel, not mine.
I mean, yeah, I don't have monetization on it, so I don't give a fuck.
Okay, see, the key is that you start with a bad guest and work your way up, you know, like...
Well, then it's all downhill from here.
No. You're supposed to get, like, someone good next time that has engaging conversation.
Is this not engaging?
I talked about people fucking dogs for 20 minutes.
I mean, yeah, but it's still at least engaging. It's semi-topical. The whole Kiro shit was like a month ago, right? Wasn't it?
I don't know.
What
was that? Is that guy? Oh,
yeah. That's one of the guys.
But what I was gonna say is, like, a lot of people use the internet to like look at like videos, entertainers and stuff.
Oh man,
I found out there's like naked women on there. I haven't looked at anything else since.
On the internet?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
There's also, you might be interested in this. There's guys pooping into each other's buttholes.
Okay. Here we go. Okay.
Isn't that what gay guys do?
Yeah, we don't have sex. That's how we have sex. We poop in each other's buttholes. Thank you, Sam. Thank you for educating the youth. I know I know.
Hey, it's a messy business, but you have your rights. You know.
Oh my God. Oh God, I fucking hate you.
Wait, you are 18, right?
I'm gonna be 20 in 20 or 21 days. Yeah. What'd you get for me? What'd you give me for my birthday?
Nothing. Oh, but we can't go back to that whole thing about me streaming. And you're like, I'm coming down to Georgia.
Yeah, you never gave me
Chick-Fil-A?
I went down to Florida, to Daytona to visit family, and I was eagerly awaiting for you just to text me an address to go to. But it never happened.
No, it didn't. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, no, it just ruined my fucking vacation. Thanks, Sam.
Hey, I've known Bumbo for over, I think, 2 years now.
Yeah, he told me how you met. Apparently, you just liked his voice, and now he's a partner.
Yeah. But did you hear about like 6 months ago? I went all the way down to his town, and I just took a picture next to a sign that says like his town's name.
You like went down to where he lives.
And then I texted it. No, I put it on Instagram, and then I just left his fucking town. I never called him.
Oh fuck! I should have done that in Tallahassee.
And he called me like when I was like an hour away. He's like, "Dude, are you in my town?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fucking gone already."
God, you're an asshole.
Well, that's funnier than actually meeting him.
I mean, I guess I would be unironically, I'd be kind of scared to meet you just because I don't know how you'd act. I mean, I've seen you in your hentai shirt. I feel like you just walk out and you'd be like, "Hey there, queer,"
with the pants up.
Oh, your neighbors must love you.
They hate me. They all hate me.
Oh yeah, you were talking about this in that stream about how you want to be like that old man in Hitman 2, where it's like all your neighbors hate you.
They I didn't realize this, but they're on like they all go to the same Southern Baptist church.
Oh wait, do you live in a place with homeowners?
Yeah.
Oh, how are you not kicked out?
What? No. Like I. Fucking no, not a homeowners association.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
I thought you meant like, am I in like a renting neighborhood or?
No, you're not poor.
No, they're not gonna.
You got Death Grips or whatever the fuck his name is, KillGrip.
Yeah,
he pays your rent.
Oh my God, dude, he's broke now. Did you know that?
No, doesn't surprise me though.
That's depressing.
What did he do to get money?
I don't know.
I always
thought he was like in the mafia or something.
I thought he inherited it. That was my
that's what I thought too.
Because I mean, if
And
he's
then
actually broke now,
For those of you that don't know, this guy was like a Mr. Beast, but of normal proportions.
I'll just if you click the link that pops up now, I'll link to your video you made about how he gave you like $2,000 in a night or whatever.
I don't think it was that much. It was like 900, I think.
Maybe
Maybe more than that. But that was like a lot, like that.
Yeah.
Because I live pretty frugally, and that was like, I mean, that's like a month's expenses.
Yeah, you're Jewish. Speaking of which, what's the deal with you and being Jewish?
Oh, that's the thing. I'm not Jewish.
Yeah, please explain.
Okay. All right. So this is the meme here, because I think it was something that I had explained early on, and then it spiraled out of control where new people subbed and they like thought I was Jewish. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You kind of look it, but you also look
don't
like...
be racist. Come on.
Oh, well, come on. I'm Asian. I got chinky eyes. I can be racist.
I thought you had just been stung by bees. I didn't know
Okay,
you were Asian.
racist.
Anyway, so the whole meme here is that my dad is Jewish.
Okay.
You cannot be Jewish unless your mom's Jewish.
Is your mom not Jewish?
No, my mom is Scot-Irish.
Oh.
So my dad's Jewish. And his whole family is like
Hasidic.
No, I was what's that guy's name? Mort from Family Guy.
Oh, Jesus.
Like they're all just like classic New York Jews.
Wait, they're New York Jews, but they're not Hasidic?
Well, I don't know if they're fucking Hasidic or not.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying.
I don't know. They're just like, oh,
do they have the dreads?
No, oh my God. No, they don't. No,
they're
not Orthodox.
Then they're not Hasidic.
Yeah, they're not Orthodox.
Okay.
They're just like, they talk like that.
Oh, they.
Yeah, and everything is... My grandma would always crack me up. Like, whenever somebody would get fired, she would be like, oh my God, are they anti-Semitic? I think that's what it is.
Oh, Jesus.
I think that's what it is.
Oh.
And anytime, like, God, if someone just forgot to hold open a door for somebody,
they're those
that
kind of
kraut
people.
is anti-Semitic. Like, everything. It was always just like, and it was hilarious because people do stereotypical, like, jokes of Jewish people of, like, their, how do I say this so I get in trouble?
I don't care.
They constantly play the victim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can just say they're...
Like, every 5 years, there's a movie about the Holocaust because they run Hollywood, you know?
Well, I mean, when was the last Holocaust movie? Because I think, wasn't the last one The Pianist?
Yeah, probably.
That was like...
But there was definitely a string of them for a while.
Yeah, there was like The Pianist, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
They had that whole scene from Band of Brothers and everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, so point is that like they constantly play the victim, and it's hilarious because it's like they are literally why those stereotypes were made. Like they fit that role so well. And I'm not really close with them, but my dad's a lot like that.
Oh no.
And I mock my dad openly all the time. And so when I made like that Sheklestein series, which was like the most popular series on my channel, which for those of you that don't know, it was like in Skyrim, and it was if you guys haven't played Skyrim, it's like an RPG game.
Who hasn't played who hasn't played Skyrim?
It's you got some fucking losers on here.
I mean,
play Osu all day.
Okay,
I don't know.
Fuck you.
I didn't even know that was a game till you brought it up. Anyway, so I picked a guy, made him look pretty stereotypically Jewish, and then the whole scheme of it was every episode, it was a 10-part series, every episode he would try to get rich, and much like Ed, Edd n Eddy, he would have a scheme, get some money, and then it would end up collapsing in on himself, and then he would be back to square one at the end. And then next episode he would try something new, and it was like all these different branches of, like, he goes through real estate where he has tenants and he jacks up their rent. He does. He gets into being a merchant, and he sells stuff at ridiculous prices and finds out his competition and burns down their farms and shit. Like, it was
what the fuck?
I went like, it was the most like.
Are these still on your channel?
No, I took him down after fucking what's his face. His channel got removed for making fun of his videos. Were making fun of.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, if you can't make fun of a guy,
hey, I'm probably gonna censor out the name because I don't want to get taken down just for it being in here. But just might as well be safe, you know? Because
why? Like you can get in trouble for mentioning him.
I mean, people have gotten strikes just for having it in the title.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thanks for making me repeat it, Dick.
Okay. So, anyways, like I was saying, the whole
God,
series.
Fuck you.
The whole series was it was basically like this giant jab at my dad and like the whole family, because they're in the South. It's so out of touch. It's so fucking hilarious. And then at the same time, I looked at it and I was like, it's okay to make fun of your family, but I could really I could understand how someone could look at this and be like, this is just fucking disrespectful.
Yeah.
So
okay. About that Twitch stream, Ulysses 68.
Yeah.
The guy who I met up with him at Chick-Fil-A.
He met up with a fucking 15-year-old.
Whatever. He taught me what
age is just a number. That's what a furry would say.
He taught me what a dwarf house
Species
was.
is just a number. What? Okay, carry on.
Yeah, he taught me. Oh, now that I bring up Chick-fil-A, you're interested.
Yeah.
He showed me what a dwarf house was, because the closest Chick-fil-A to me is like 30 miles away on some college campus. But apparently a dwarf house is like a diner, an actual restaurant Chick-fil-A, which I found really weird. But down south, they're fucking everywhere. But
I've never heard of it.
A dwarf house?
Yeah.
Really? They're just like...
Really?
They're just like Chick-fil-A's, but restaurants.
Nope. Never heard of it.
Okay then, Mr. Chick-fil-A, the man who decided to eat a fucking... Like, how many pounds of Chick-fil-A before you went on Soylent?
It was a party platter.
Oh, God.
You know what sucked about that is when you get a party platter, they put it in, like, those plastic tins.
Yeah.
And then, like, it condensates on the inside of the plastic. So it was just soggy chicken. I wanted it to be, like, a big, sexy, crispy platter. Yeah. It was just soggy meat. Yeah. I need to stop talking about it. It's probably fucking turning you on.
Okay, calm down.
A
Anyways,
big platter,
so
soggy, dripping meat.
As I was eating my number 2 deluxe, he asked me to ask you specifically, when is Sheklestein coming back?
Yeah, okay, well, since we just went over why it was taken down.
Yeah.
It probably not.
Yeah, because a lot of the questions on Twitter were about Sheklestein or Skyrim.
Okay, see, if I'm gonna... What I would end up doing is I would have to make something that would rival it in terms of production quality, in terms of, I guess, story.
You could do something with Up Is Not Jump, probably.
I think I could do something in... I just need to find a... I just need to find a good idea, but one that isn't, against Twitch terms or YouTube terms of service.
Yeah. I mean, if you ever do anything with Fallout 4, I would love to see you collab with Up Is Not Jump, but I don't know if he'd like to collab with you.
Wow, dude. Did I just get hard scoped?
You just got dunked on.
Yeah.
Anyways, next
fake Jew.
Next topic.
Oddly enough, hold on, we can rewind. Okay. Some guy said faking being a Jew is the most Jewish thing you can do. Is what some guy told me that one time.
Oh fuck! Wait, does that mean you only have 2 echo quotes instead of 3?
Yeah. Oh, and another thing too. I had a story a long time ago in a video of when I was growing up, my parents were like, well, look, one's Jewish, one's Christian. I was going to celebrate Christmas. And then for a couple of years, I would celebrate Christmas. And then I would celebrate Hanukkah with my dad's side of the family. And then after a while, they would let me choose which one I wanted to celebrate. And and like in the video, I was like, I like Christmas and I like Hanukkah. And I like the traditions of Hanukkah more because you play dreidel. And it's like 7 days, like a festivity thing. You get to light the candles and all that. It's great. And you get latkes and all that shit. But the problem is that, it's the Jewish side of the family. And they really Jewed out on the presents. Like one day I would get a pair of socks. And the next day I would get like some other shitty gift. And so naturally I chose Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Because of the better presents.
Yeah.
And some guy in the comments on that video was just like, you choosing Christmas because of the better presents is the most Jewish decision I've ever heard. That's more Jewish than if you would have just picked Hanukkah, like, outright.
Yeah. The only thing I know about Hanukkah is dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. I made you out of clay, and that's it. I learned that in school.
Yeah, we'd play it with those, those chocolate covered coins, or the the foil covered coins. Yeah, we'd play it with those.
Huh.
And that. They have like those numbers written on the side of the dreidel that look like they're written with like.
I was 3. What?
You ever seen their fucking language?
Yeah, it's weird.
Looks like shit. Looks like how the fucking cerebral palsy wrote that stuff, man. Makes no fucking sense.
Oh, you know Twitter doesn't translate Hebrew anymore?
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why they did it, but Jewish Twitter.
Huge strike against the...
Yeah, Israel destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's just like it's weird because now you could just
they could be getting attacked right now by Palestine and nobody on Twitter.
Yeah, nobody could read it.
That's like usually the place where like breaking news comes.
Yeah, it's
comes
like,
on.
I can't read this spaghetti speak.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on here.
This is actually a good question. After you went on your fucking tirade about Jews, it's very fitting. KillGrip asks, your fan base is a lot more vulgar and insensitive compared to a lot of other YouTube channels. Has it been tough dealing with some people, or is it just business as usual? Now, before you answer this, I want to remind everybody that you made a video basically asking all of your fan base to invade Tallahassee. And
I took down that video.
I remember, I don't know if you remember this, but immediately after you put it up, I DM'd you asking what the fuck you were doing. I'm like,
well, I was like, you know, if someone genuinely looks at that and thinks that's a call for violence, I mean, you have to be pretty stupid. But then I saw removed for what he got removed for, and so then I was like, well,
oh, I thought you took it down because of that fucking bitch Veronica or whatever her name was getting 300 likes about rape. You know, like, oh, there are autistic people in the world.
No, it was, I went through after and I kind of cleaned up a little bit because at first I posted that stuff saying, surely they're not this stupid. They are this stupid. And it's frustrating. But yeah,
how do you deal with that fan base? Because you do have a very toxic fan base, more so than almost any other YouTuber I can think of. And you don't tell them to stop.
Well, I don't tell them to do anything.
Well, you call them the rats.
I don't call them the rats.
I thought you called
that
them
was somebody else on the Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
my bad.
That was Pooh. He's the rat lord on the Discord, and everybody else. As soon as you come in, you're just a rat.
Yeah.
No, I never had like a name for him because I always felt like it was kind of. I didn't want to be one of those people like, oh, I'm your leader, like follow me, like
Well, I mean, you can't really.
I really
say
don't
that
sit there and go
after
like subscribe and fuck and you know.
Yeah.
But I just never felt like it was something where I never tell them to do stuff really unless it's like buy my shirts.
Yeah.
and I don't sit there and try to have like a back and forth with them about like ethics or anything, and I don't try to be their moral compass, and I don't try to fucking parent them.
I miss those videos where you would. Those
what?
Like those videos where it wasn't gameplay, it was just you talking.
Oh, I'll still have those.
I loved those videos. Like that, you know.
I have one coming up, actually.
Good. Thank you.
By the time this thing's posted, it actually might be finished. You remember Chris D'Elia, the stand-up comedian?
Yeah.
He was on the H3 podcast.
Yeah.
I zoomed in on a little section of this, and it was he was talking about his wiping technique.
Oh,
and he was talking about
you sitter or stander?
No, it's not that. He was talking about how he takes psyllium husk.
Excuse me?
It's like Metamucil, almost, and it's powder that you mix with fucking water and drink it.
Oh.
God, this guy's running a podcast. He's a fucking ape.
I'm kidding. Jesus. No. Oh, I'm sorry for not drinking poison.
Yeah. It's like, God, next thing you say, you won't know what tapioca is.
Tapioca is delicious.
Keep in line with these old people things. Yeah. Metamucil is something that like, usually old people drink.
Okay.
Anyways, it gives you like a lot of fiber, and he said that it like makes his poop like he doesn't have to wipe as much.
Oh.
And so I was making a video because every one of my shits is like a fucking chemical fire.
Thank you for putting that picture in my life. Again, this video is brought to you by Sprite Cranberry.
Yeah. And like every time I go to wipe, it's like I'm wiping a magic marker. Like it just keeps like it's like a forever wiper. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take his method and I'm gonna see if it works. Let me tell you something, dude. I swear to God, I took a brand new sheet of toilet paper. I wanted to go wipe my ass with it, and I swear to God, it was brighter white after the wipe than it was before. Like my ass cleaned it. That's how clean my ass was after I shit.
Can't you just like eat Taco Bell?
What? what's Taco Bell gonna do? I'm not trying to make my condition worse.
Wait, no, wait, but no, but Taco Bell has a shit ton of fiber in it.
Yeah, Taco Bell makes you blast diarrhea everywhere.
Yeah, but it's clean.
No. I'm trying to have poops that come out where it's just because I had once upon a time in my youth, I had an era. It was a golden era where I look back on it, and there were these poops that I had for years where it would just come out, and like I didn't even have to wipe. I could just walk away and know it was clean. But I would wipe. I would just do one just to, see what was going on down there, and then and slowly finger myself. No, I'm kidding. But I would just wipe, make sure it was clean, and then I would walk away. And then like all of a sudden I hit like 25, and I started just shitting peanut butter. It was like the worst experience of my life.
Wow, you're making me really look forward to being 20 in a month.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So so I saw him praising the snake oil salesman over here, praising the psyllium husk, and so I bought some, and I'm making a video about how Chris Delia changed my life.
Well, fuck, I'm gonna have to get this podcast out before then.
Right?
Yeah. God damn.
But yeah, this thing's still got a couple days of filming left on it.
Okay, well, I'm a lazy editor, but hopefully I can get it out before your video
the
comes
joy
out.
of a podcast is that they're not really edited.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say
unless you have
anything.
like a bunch of camera angles and stuff.
Yeah.
Wait. Are you gonna have like a picture of me and a picture of you, and then like mine lights up whenever I'm talking?
I'm gonna have it where it's like, you know how it like whenever people talk sometimes on some podcasts, like on the official podcast, how it does that wave thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have that. That's why you're
okay.
recording your audio as well. Yeah,
Okay.
it's all fancy.
Nice.
Wait, what's your kid's name, by the way?
I can't tell you that, dude.
Okay.
Nebuchadnezzar.
I don't. Oh, sure. I thought your kid's name was public, and I kept thinking it was Abby, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's your wife.
No, yeah, that's my wife. What do you want? My fucking social security number while you're at it?
Yeah, well, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, Sam, what's your kid's name? Yeah, and do you have any windows that you keep
okay,
unlocked in
wait
your
a
house?
minute. I'm not the H3 podcast.
Oh wait, you've seen that with Bill Burr?
Yeah,
That was fucking
okay,
hilarious.
Bill.
That shit was hilarious because I love Bill Burr, and like that was the most.
Yeah,
That was like the biggest low point. I actually almost threw. I'm wearing a fucking H3 shirt right now, and I almost threw that shit away after I watched that.
Yeah,
because it was so. Because he was like, "Oh, okay, that's a barrier."
Yeah.
Let me just ask the question again, but in a different way.
Yeah. So,
like,
anyways,
like,
your kid's name, what is it?
yeah, he kept doing that. He was like, "Oh, okay, you don't want to talk about that."
You know the way that.
So, anyways, your kid's name.
you know the way that you're talking about Bill Burr really makes me feel like you have a strong connection and love for your child.
I do love my kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kid's pretty cool. I was one of those idiots that bought into Bitcoin Cash as soon as it went on Coinbase.
Really? I fucking have you ever seen one of those Bitcoin like ATMs or whatever?
No.
Oh, there's one in Jonesboro, Georgia.
Oh yeah, I go up to Jonesboro all the fucking time.
Okay, fuck off. I was just saying for anybody.
Never even heard of Jonesboro.
Well,
I didn't even know that
where
place existed.
I lost my credit card in Jonesboro at a Chick-Fil-A, and I didn't realize until 80 miles.
How do you fuck that up?
I don't know. But the good news is they had it. It just added an extra 3 hours to my 7-hour drive down to Daytona.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well,
I would just cancel that shit.
Well, no, because I called my bank. Oh, here's for any kids out there. So everybody, once you get your magical card known as a debit card, if you ever lose it, the first thing that you do before anything else, call your bank and tell them to temporarily freeze it. Because if you don't...
Oh, that's a whole lot easier because then you're looking for a really cold card. It's easier to spot.
Speaking of cold things,
This is condensating.
Speaking of cold things, did you repair broken down hot air balloons?
Huh? How's that cold? That's the worst transition I've ever heard.
Well, because if hot air balloons are broken down, if hot air balloons are broken down, then they're the opposite of hot.
Speaking of things made of carbon, hot air balloons are.
Speaking of things that exist, hot air balloons. Did you fix them? This question comes in from @IamTheDizzyOne on Twitter.
Yeah, I used to.
Really?
Because people think that you can just get a hot air balloon and fucking fly up into the air and like you own the world.
Wait, really?
No, you gotta have like, the government has to know about this because you're flying up in airspace. You have to schedule it, and then if you're taking up clients or customers or whatever, this shit has to be inspected. You have to be licensed, and so a licensed person has to inspect it and ensure that it is up to standard. Because rope and stuff like rigging, it doesn't have like an unlimited shelf life. If you take a rope, right, and you yank on it, and let's say it holds 300 pounds, when it is put in like full tension, it will never hold that same amount of weight ever again. Like every time you use a rope, like it holds less and less weight.
Is that
so? After a while, along with the wicker basket, you do have to repair that stuff. You do have to change out your rigging. And so, yeah, there's inspections out there. Make sure the fucking burner's working.
So you're like, you're like a certified hot air balloon repairman.
I haven't paid for my license in 2 years.
How do you get into that?
A family business.
Ah, I see. Now, your family's name, what would that be?
Yeah. What's the exact hot air balloon company?
Yeah. Where is their base of operation? You really seem like you have a connection to your family through this business.
Yeah.
I mean,
I actually got out of that business because of my family.
Oh man, wait, which ones? The Jewish ones or the white ones?
The Scott Irish Baptist ones.
Oh.
The ones that don't like smiling.
Wait a minute, my dad's a Baptist.
Yeah, they suck, dude, don't they?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, let me ask you something. Were your parents some of the like supportive ones, or does your dad walk in your room every now and then and go like, "Man, you really are gay"?
My dad has said to me multiple times over the past year, "Wow, you really are gay, huh?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's almost exactly what I said. Your dad has a way with the words.
Yeah, no, he has legitimately said, "You really are gay, huh?" I mean, he's supportive.
But at the same time, in the back of his mind, he thought maybe he's just doing this to fuck with me.
I'm not helping. I'm wearing a pink t-shirt right now. I got a pink desk mat, pink keyboard. Fucking pink is my life.
Have you seen that green text story of the kid he came out of the closet and his dad's really Southern, and he's been trying to like rekindle his relationship with his father, and so for days he's been trying to like connect with him, and his dad just kind of ignores him. And then they were talking, like him and his mom were talking about fishing. His dad's reading the newspaper, and the son goes he goes, "Man, I really like fishing," because he's trying to like go on a fishing trip with his dad. He's like, "I really like fishing. You're only out there you're out there for hours. It seems like only 10 minutes has gone by." His dad just lowers the paper and goes, "Time flies when you're a faggot."
What the fuck?
And he was like so upset about it. He's like, "I can't believe he said that. It's ruined my life." And everybody was just like ragging on that one liner, "Time flies when you're a faggot." That's like the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Well, I might have to read that one on my channel
too. That's it. Just summarized, man.
I've realized you have a successful YouTube channel where you care about monetization. But for me, all of my successful videos, my most successful video on my main channel, which is The Narrator, not Narrator, is "Ooh, what's this?" Do you see that thumbnail?
Yes.
That video has 105,000 views. It is very age restricted.
Why is it?
Why is it age restricted?
Yeah.
Well, look at the thumbnail.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Also, it's the "Ooh, what's this?" "Rawr, XD nuzzles your bulge."
Ooh.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. You never knew. You still have never watched a single one of my videos, have you?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for coming on my podcast without knowing anything about me. That's real smart marketing, knowing nothing about the people you're going on.
I was just like, all right, this is just another fucking gay guy. I mean, whatever. I'm kidding.
I like to think that I don't know if we'd be friends or acquaintances. I don't know. You ignore my DMs a lot.
Well, I know I ignore a lot of people's DMs. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I get the feeling that I'm hard to get along with.
Really?
Supposedly. Yeah, that's what I've been told.
I really wanted you on this podcast because I think we have great synergy.
No, I mean like on a long-term thing. Because I've heard it's constant. It's never like a relaxed.
A lot of
it's
people
always me just prodding and poking.
People have said that about me, but you want to know why it's called the Self Inflicted Podcast?
Because you're always fucking depressed and whining about it like a little bitch.
Yeah, but on the last podcast, what I was known for was being the punching bag, and I'm the punching bag with all my friends. Everybody just knew me as that faggot everybody rips on. So it's like the Self Inflicted Podcast because I do it myself. Yeah, it's a real big brained moment.
Man.
Oh, yeah. Here, another question. And then we'll get to some of these topics because there are still topics that I do want to talk about. Because, like, the hurricane, that's a big one. I'm going to say the N-word memes. Those are real big, important ones. This one comes from, I don't know if you know this guy. You might not. He's just kind of a random guy. WilberSoot asks, why won't he look at me?
You know, Wilbur, well, I'm assuming he's talking mid-coitus, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, look him in the eyes. I don't look at him because he insists on wearing that fucking beanie just on the back ass end of his head.
Oh, he's one of those people?
He's one of those people.
Oh,
see,
God.
You're the only other person that I've told it to him a million times. I'm like, that look died in 2012 with the man bun. Get you and your
my
fucking...
cousin just got rid of his man bun.
Ooh,
Yeah.
man.
That's
like having a mullet in 95. Like, you're just
Oh.
late. You're late, dude.
Oh. Yeah, wait.
He wears the beanie just on the back of his head. He looks like a fucking Keebler elf.
What's the point of having a beanie if you're not going to cover your head?
Your whole head?
Yeah.
I don't know. He carries around an acoustic guitar with him everywhere he goes. He's one of those people.
Yeah, but doesn't he, like, do music or something?
Yeah, he plays it, but I think he mostly just carries it around for the women.
Well, yeah, if you can play Smoke on the Water, you can get pussy all day.
Yeah. You know what actually works better than that?
What?
Is if you wield the guitar like a club and just beat him over the head and drag him back to your cave.
Oh,
you know, this is dating tips with Sam. Oh, God.
Speaking of your very helpful advice about beating women with a guitar, how do you go around getting around the wave of demonetization and censorship that's been going around all on the platform now?
I think a lot of what they look at is via transcribing.
Oh, so
right?
I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Damn.
If they do when they transcribe your video for those like deaf people and stuff, like closed caption, they go through it and look for bad words. But what they don't pick up on is, because it's a bot, they have a hard time with context. And so there's a lot of like quote unquote family friendly channels that have the same, not family friendly, I would just say just mature content channels, but there's a lot of people out there that have vulgar stuff in their videos that have ads. My CPM shit. It's the lowest CPM you can get while still having ads, but they don't understand context. And what's funny is that they like anything I make fun of, I'm not in support. Like usually I think what they have a problem with is like a political standpoint. Yeah. But I'm not political. I make fun of people on both sides of the spectrum because it makes them angry. And that's really, that's what's funny to me is like, I want nothing more. The only time I would get political is I want nothing more than Trump to be reelected just because of how mad everybody got last time. And then, could you imagine it'd be another 4 years of just like butthurt memes all the way around? What
I would find even funnier, I mean, okay, so him getting reelected, that'd be funny. But then him getting impeached in his second term, that'd be fucking hilarious.
No, actually, what would be great is if he got impeached and then when we go to reelect, like, you know how it's always like a knee-jerk reaction thing?
Yeah.
Like we had Obama,
yeah,
and so then we had knee-jerk reaction with Trump. Like, what if we get like fucking Caitlyn Jenner or something on the backswing? I want someone just like all the way over.
I'm only saying impeach Trump so I get ad revenue again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Impeach Trump.
But it would be fucking hilarious if he just got impeached.
Orange man, bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
This is coming from Caffeined96. How is having a kid affected? This is the last question, and then we'll get into the topics. How has having a kid affected your life, be it YouTube or regular daily living?
Oh, you have less time for stuff. That's it. It's just, yeah. I mean, really, it's your life kind of revolves around them in the beginning because they're basically just potatoes that breathe that the government knows about. So you have to keep them alive, you know.
Yeah.
But and you know what? This also kind of irritates me a little bit
Go
because
on.
I had always had kind of a I would like to think in my hardest of hearts, I would like to think that I was kind of incorruptible in how I felt about everything, right?
Yeah.
But now that I had a kid, I didn't think I would be like, I love the kid the same way like I love my wife, but there's this weird, I guess it's just instinct or something like that, but you really, when you have one, it is a very strong love. Not like anything I've ever felt like.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because I've heard from so many people that's like when you have a kid, it's just like you fucking love that thing. But
it's so weird. Like, I totally understand why Jeffrey Dahmer's parents were like, hey, he's my boy. He may have fucking raped all those people and drilled holes in their heads and shit, but he's my boy. Like, you just love him.
Damn.
It's
weird.
weird.
I was adopted, so I don't have that emotional connection with my birth
you're
parents.
loveless. Yeah.
Well, my parents are divorced, so 2 Christmases, yay! I get to go to the Netherlands.
Okay, when my parents got divorced, did you have this where like they fight for your affections?
No,
oh my god, that first divorce.
I was 18 when they got divorced.
Oh fuck, dude, you should have broke that shit up earlier.
Start
acting out when you're like 12.
I'm the reason that it didn't get broken up when I was 8 because I told my mom, please don't divorce Dad.
You dumbass.
Hey, look, I didn't want to.
You stupid little shit.
Look, I had this friend.
This is what happens. All right. When I was in like 5th grade, parents got divorced. All right. Huge fallout. And they look back on it like it's traumatic. They're like, my life just fell apart. I look back on it. I look back on it. It was the best thing in the world because like that Christmas, my mom was like, I'm going to outdo your father. And she buys me all this stuff. And my dad's like, I'm going to outdo your mother. And so I'm just on top of this mountain of gifts.
Okay, wait a minute. You know what? Actually, no. Yeah, we did. The first Christmas, my mom. So I asked my dad for a new desk for my computer because I had a really shitty like office desk. And he's like, no, you're not getting that. My mom bought it for me, and he got so mad at her. Oof. It's just like an $100 desk. I still use it now. It's kind of dingy. I need a new one. But I'll just never forget how mad he got. Like, he didn't get mad like, oh, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. But he was just, like, irritated at her.
Yeah.
You want to know something that's ruined for me forever because of it? Because of the divorce. When they told me, they sat me down. Okay. If there are any kids in the audience who your parents are still together, I envy you because I will never forget when they called me down and they were like, your mother and I gonna separate because it doesn't feel real. I don't know if you...
was it like traumatic for you or something?
Kind of. Well, I don't know if it wasn't traumatic. It's just a really surreal feeling because it's like because they told me something that all my life I was like, oh, this could never be me. And I thought they were joking because they were just both there. And my dad's like, your mother and I are going to take some time apart. And it just kind of hits you like a brick. But what they ruined for me by doing that is they got me a box of Junior Mints. I can never eat Junior Mints anymore without just feeling that pure, like, disbelief.
Who got you the Junior Mints?
My parents.
Both of them collectively bought you the Junior Mints?
Yes, they gave me Junior Mints.
No wonder their marriage fucking failed. Their idea of, like, a consolation prize is Junior Mints. Like, imagine like you're having a struggling relationship and you know your spouse is mad at you, and so your idea to help settle them down is to buy them Junior Mints. I get a divorce too. Get the fuck out of there. I mean, yeah, at least upgrade. Give me some fucking fruity Mentos or something. Come on.
I mean, hey,
Why they fucking buy you Junior Mints?
I don't know.
Are they psychopaths?
I'm glad they bought me Junior Mints though, because now like I don't have to eat that shit candy and feel really sad regularly.
No wonder you turned out gay. You saw that shit and you're like, listen, these fucking heterosexual losers with their failing marriage and their Junior Mint prizes. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, thinking back at it, they're fucking retarded for giving me Junior Mints, but
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
yeah, I know, but I just can't eat Junior Mints anymore without just feeling immense sadness. I'm Narrator, and that's my story. Anyways, so now
I feel like I grew up really late, which I don't think I've really grown up yet, but
yeah.
I feel like I grew up really late because, like, God, I was in like 6th grade when my parents told me, and I was like, all right. Okay, like I don't really remember it being traumatic.
Well, I was like 18, so I was like, that's like the point where like, oh, because they'd been together for like 35 years. So it like I knew it was a dead marriage. It was a long time coming, but it got to the point where it's like, what's the point of doing it now? Because it's been so long, you know?
Yeah.
Like I figured, oh, I'm 18 now. Like they're not gonna do it, and then they did.
You should get a shirt that says, I endured 18 years of this shitty marriage and all I got was a box of Junior Mints.
Well, there you go. There's merch.
Yeah, merchandise.
Oh, man. Oh, I got to get my artist, Kate. Kate's a fantastic fucking artist. I'll see. She's swamped right now because I'm coming out with a new merch line. So I have this hoodie called the Suwoo Preem hoodie where it's just Supreme, but like with uwu. So she drew me wearing that as a pink furry, like doing a heart thing, and then just in really like cutesy wording, it just says, I hate furries.
Wow, I'll definitely be buying that.
Shut up. I polled it. A lot of people responded positively on it. But anyways, let's get away from Twitter and let's get to some serious topics. So you and I have something in common.
We both have hands.
I have AUT. ISM. I know that's where that's from, right?
No, I don't know. I was just thinking.
Oh, no, we both are. No, you went through a hurricane and I went through a tornado.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Mine's cooler though because
No.
hurricanes are much bigger.
Oh God, and this is something that was brought up on the last podcast too.
Tornadoes only kill people if you live in a fucking trailer park.
Nobody died, thankfully. But no, I got bullied a lot. There's a meme on I still get this in Twitter DMs or Instagram, but it's like, where's your roof? Because my house got fucking destroyed. Like there were 2 tornadoes. One of them started in my yard and only destroyed my fucking house.
What about your neighbors? Like,
they had minor damage.
That's what's weird about tornadoes. They'll take out one side of the street and the other side will be fine.
No. It was just my house.
Oh,
only my house got fucking destroyed, except for the bathroom, the one place that had bad plumbing.
Huh.
Yeah. Insurance didn't pay for that. No.
Yeah.
But that was a real fucking traumatic part in my life. Like, Jesus. I'll never forget. Yeah, no, a tornado is not a fun experience at all because your life just like flips upside down on your head because your house is destroyed. You don't know where you're going to go. But one of the magical things about it is just the sense of community. Like during the recovery process, it was just like hundreds of people just clearing up trees and shit.
Buying you Junior Mints, trying to calm me down.
Yeah, and then contrast that to your shitty fucking hurricane that didn't do any fucking damage to your house.
No, I love hurricanes, dude. Every time they come, I love it. I just get prepped for it because, well, one, it's like a mandatory vacation. I don't have to worry about working because it's like there's no power. There's not going to be any power for a week. I streamed as it was happening.
Yeah.
Like as the hurricane was like I was streaming. But once the power went out, it was out for a week, 2 weeks or whatever. But what I love about it is I've always grown up with hurricanes being an issue.
Yeah, you're from Florida.
So I have a very like laissez-faire attitude towards them. I just I'm like, well, you know what? If a tree's going to take me out, I'm not going to worry about it because it's going to happen anyways. It's like either you could just chill.
I never understood that mentality of Florida people because, I mean, I get it. You're so used to it. But at the same time, like...
it's like those people in the Middle East. They don't sit there and cry every time they have to go down to the market knowing that there might be someone with a suicide bomb,
I mean,
that's a reality. But at the same time, they're going to go get their bread because they need to make a sandwich. You know what I mean? They gotta go down there and get the junior mints so they can bring it back to their retarded gay son.
Abby took. I'm not retarded.
No, that's what I was gonna say. It was like Abby has a very different attitude.
Yeah, she took the kids. Fucking
she like
bitch.
frets. She's like, oh my god, the news says the wind's gonna be this high.
Well, I mean,
like those people will say it's gonna rain tomorrow and it won't fucking happen. They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Hit or miss. I guess she took the kids, huh?
Yeah. So she nabs the kid, goes over to the in-laws, asks me if I want to come. And this is it. She's like, they have a generator. This is the kind of generator that they have. It sits right outside the door.
Wait,
and
outside?
It's loud as fuck. Yeah. And it's like loud as fuck. And it runs the refrigerator so they can have cold stuff to eat and it doesn't ruin their food. And they can run a fan. And so you're in a house with like 6 people. They have 5 dogs, a baby now because Abby came over with a baby. And then it's just hot as fuck. And you have the loud noise of a generator going, and then you have the smell of like gas and fucking all that, like the exhaust and everything. Yeah. And I'm like, no, I would rather just die in the hurricane by myself. So like she took the kids over there, or took the kid over there. And then I just sat here in this quiet house, streamed when the power went out. I fucking lounged around, ate a shitload of food because it was going bad. It was like a vacation. It was beautiful. I love it. Every time a hurricane comes through, I enjoy it. And then afterwards, this is what's great, is as soon as the power goes out, people come crawling out of their house like it's like cavemen seeing light for the first time. Because you never talk to your neighbors in 2019, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Like
current year.
Yeah. And nobody talks to their neighbors. I talked to my fucking neighbors. I met my new neighbors that had been there for like a year already. I met them. They're great people. And then as soon as the power came back on, I was like, hey, they borrowed something from me, a gas stove. They gave it back to me. I was like, hey, I'll fucking never see you again. And I went back inside. I haven't talked to them since. That's been like 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah.
I see them pull in from work and I like wave at them. I have not talked to them since. But like when the power was out, yeah, we like hung out every day. I totally understand the appeal of an Amish community now. It's cool just hanging out with people and talking to them.
So when did they start to hate you?
Oh no, those people are cool. That's like a little interracial couple.
Oh.
And they're pretty cool because they're shunned by the Southern Baptists because they're interracial.
Oh no, but, not them.
Yeah, not them. But no, those people are cool as hell. But the other, like the older people around, I think they've all talked to each other and had like passed notes about like how they had talked to me, and they concluded that I am not religious. And therefore, I am on the blacklist. And it's not that they're mean to me. I can just tell that they're like, he's not one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. It probably doesn't help that I sit out in my front yard and fucking whack off every Sunday. No, I'm kidding.
you yell at all your neighbors like you're a hitman too?
Yeah.
Oh, God. So hurricanes. You heard it here first. They're not that bad. Apparently.
Yeah, they're not that bad. They bring your community together, man.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Did you go to college?
Sort of. No, community college does not count.
For
those of you that go to community college, that isn't college. I guess you could separate it by saying university and college.
Here's the reason why community college counts, at least for my degree. I'm going in to broadcast arts, and to get into the field of broadcast arts, you literally just need a degree. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Because communication, like I've already...
So you're getting like a bachelor's or
I'm getting an associate's. I might get a bachelor's, but I don't like
That's
school.
what I have. Associate's is basically a non-degree.
Like I already have an internship lined up at a radio station. Like I've worked on radio before. I've done...
Ooh, radio.
Yeah, no, yeah. I love working on radio. It's amazing.
Yeah. I was thinking about getting into working on telegraphs. Then we could both be in outdated technology.
You know what?
Don't worry, dude. Right as soon as we wrap up this podcast, I'm gonna bring you a box of Junior Mints, make you feel all better.
God, I hate you so much. Why do I call you a friend? Okay.
What you're doing right now is more advanced than a fucking radio station. Nobody listens to that shit.
Okay, fuck you. More people listen to the radio station than they listen to this shit.
Well, this specifically, but the realm of like
I know
digital.
I used to be on a successful one. Now I'm on a not successful one. But yes, I know the power.
You'll be there someday, dude. Come on, you got a network.
I got you, didn't I?
You gotta start shaking hands.
Hey,
or
Bumbo,
gay people
Bumbo!
do it, shaking dicks.
Yeah, dude.
Don't get Bumbo on here. He doesn't have a fucking personality. Come on.
What do you mean? He shaved his head. That's plenty of personality. It means he's quirky.
Yeah, Mister. Give me donations. I'll write stuff on my face with Sharpie on stream. God,
does he do that?
It's pathetic.
Okay, do you want me to cut this, or do you want me to send this to him?
I want him to hear it.
Okay.
You keep this in this episode.
I'll send him the time code with no context.
Just send him a fucking Junior Mints box. No context.
You're never gonna let me live down Junior Mints, are you?
That's gonna be my new like I'm sorry for your loss present.
God damn it.
It's just
Junior Mints. Wow, I'm so happy that I can impact your life. Anyways, so about college.
That's because I haven't heard about them since like that Seinfeld episode.
Junior Mints?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Eats Junior Mints.
Oh fuck no! Is that why my dad loves Seinfeld? Is that why he gave me a box of Junior Mints?
Probably.
Oh no. So, anyways, the reason I brought up college is because do you remember for any of your classes, did you just have to like bullshit an essay?
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm good at.
Well, same here. But I mean, like, really bullshit your essay. Like, you had some assignment that was supposed to be serious, but you didn't take it seriously, but you still got an A+? Because I have a paper. Do you remember the music video for Man's Not Hot by Big Shaq?
No, wait.
Man's not hot. Yeah. 2 + 2.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So I'm a communications major, and so for my intro to mass communications, we had to write an analytical essay on a music video, and like look at the relation between the lyrics and what was happening in the video. And it just so happened that the day it was due was the day Man's Not Hot came out, like the music video. And I have the essay in front of me. Would you like to hear how I got an A+ on Man's Not Hot?
No, I don't want to hear that. So I don't think anybody wants to hear that.
Thank you for saying that.
No. You keep that in there because then I have something to tie in. I'll be like, oh, that's great. Good job, narrator. Oh, it was a blast.
Shut up. I'm just going with
And then I have I do have a group project that I did in college that I would like to talk about if that's all right. If we have enough time. I don't know.
What do you mean if we have enough time? I've got all day.
I don't know. It's like an hour and 40 minutes. So okay, it doesn't matter.
I mean, this is the first. This is the first episode. Like, I mean, how long does H3 go on for? He bombs.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm bombing, so let's go.
All right, man. All right. So, when I was in community college, the lowest of all, it's basically high school, but you
better
drive yourself and stuff.
It's better.
We had a group project, and of course, I was like the guy that my job. It was for a psychology paper where we were supposed to write a paper, make a PowerPoint, and then present it in front of the class and turn in the paper.
Oh, yeah.
And I was the guy that was going to compile the paper or write the introduction and conclusion and then make the PowerPoint. I had a big hunk of the work, but everybody else I could see that they were pretty dumb. All right.
Yeah.
I really had the bottom of the barrel in terms of like people in my group, which is a lot considering that you know it's bad if I'm the smartest bunch.
Oh God, that's horrible.
Yeah, if I was the one that had it all together in the group, it's a pretty bad group. So anyways, it was like the night before, nobody had sent me anything. And all of a sudden I get this flood of emails because I started emailing people. I was like, where the fuck are your parts? They send me in their parts. They're supposed to be big ass sentences or not big ass paragraphs, right?
Yeah.
And they were like 2 sentences. It was like, psychology is Like just really poorly written short paragraphs that I have to make an introduction and conclusion for.
Wow.
And I'm like, dude, so then I had to basically rewrite their shit so the paper didn't suck ass. And then I'm making the PowerPoint and I finished it all and it was like in the AM. And I was like, you know what? I did all this work. I got it all ready. It was banging and they hadn't seen any of it, right?
Yeah.
This is when I realized that I have a character flaw.
Oh no.
Where I'm a spiteful ass. Because I took the PowerPoint and the paper and I went early to class and I met with the teacher. I shook his hand. He was a cool guy. And I gave him the stuff. I turned it in. And then, and like everybody was like walking in the classroom. And as everybody's walking in, I walked out and went to the fucking library and skipped class. Knowing that my team was going to be presenting a PowerPoint. They had no idea what it was. They had never read it in their entire life.
You're an asshole.
And I sat there and laughed. And like, I had like, that was the best hour of my life. Just knowing that they were bombing their asses off presenting that thing. It was the best feeling.
Grade?
Oh, that's the best part is the teacher, asked me the next day. I was like, look, dude, they send you do shit. I basically had to write that entire paper by myself. He's like, well, why didn't you show up for the presentation? I was like, because fuck them. That's why. Fucking assholes. He's like, dude, they really struggled without you. I'm like, good. This is a psychology professor. He's probably fucking taking notes on me.
Oh, wait a minute. This is psychology? That's the last place you want to be a spiteful bitch.
I know. I know he was taking notes on me like, this guy's a fucking psycho. So, yeah. We ended up getting like a D or something like that, but it was worth it. I ended up not going to fucking FSU anyway, so
what the
fine.
Florida State University?
Yeah, I was gonna go there, but it turns out you need to have 2 years of Spanish.
Real what?
Or of a foreign language.
Oh,
and I'm
wait,
like,
didn't you get that in high school?
No,
dude. Wait, you were just like, I have 2 years of Latin under my belt. I mean, I got D minuses for 3 of the fucking classes, but I passed. I E pluribus unum, motherfucker.
No, I just didn't end up.
Yeah,
I just wasn't a good student, is what it was.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Obviously.
Wait, what? Okay, I'll cut this. But what was your GPA in high school?
I don't fucking remember.
Damn,
I don't know.
I remember mine. You want to know? Yeah. Next question. What?
Yeah.
What was your worst video? What would you say is your worst video?
My worst video was anything like before 2017.
Wasn't that when you uploaded Skyrim videos?
Yeah, well, not only that, but I really just hadn't come up with a
shtick.
Not a shtick, but I just don't think the things that I thought were funny back then are funny now. You know what I mean?
I can relate to that. Do you mean edge-wise or just like humor-wise?
Who can relate? Who? Well, there's the misconception that just because it's not, just because it's edgy, it's funny. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, no, I'm asking because like my sense of humor in
that was an issue. That was an issue. It was like some things I would just say because it was like edgy, but
yeah.
I still do like a little bit of the edge, but only if it's like mixed with absurdity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like my comedy in 2016, jeez, that was 3 years ago. My comedy in 2016, I remember I had this mentality of like, oh, I don't fucking care. I can say and do whatever the fuck I want. It's who cares? If you don't like it, you're a bitch. And then my channel started to get eyes on it. And I slowly started to realize, wait a minute, that's not how life works. But also,
I still have that mentality. That's probably why nobody talks to me.
What do you mean? I constantly try to talk to you, and you always tell me, "Shut up, fag boy. Go eat your junior mints."
No, I mean, I've been around on the platform for a long ass time, and I really
didn't you used to make Rust videos?
When I started making Rust videos with Bumbo, that was the first time I'd ever talked to anybody that was another YouTuber. I had been doing it for like 5 years by myself. had never spoken to another person that made videos. And then I started making videos with those guys. And that was fun and everything. And then I started doing it by myself more again. But now I still kind of like talk to people, but I don't sit there and like network. I don't network well.
Yeah.
It doesn't help that I don't have a single fucking IRL friend. Not a single one.
Well, maybe that would be different if you didn't go and like go to their towns and not meet them.
Yeah, but that was funny.
Yeah, but still.
That was funnier than
I wanted to buy
what I did.
I wanted to buy
what I did.
chicken.
Like if I would have shown up and did something wacky about it, it still was funnier that I went all the way out of my way to go to his town just to take a picture and show him that I was there and not see him.
You're an asshole.
That's hilarious.
You're an asshole.
That's funny as hell.
No, but I can relate to not having IRL
Who
friends.
can relate?
But that's more because I live out in the country. I don't know. I'm just depressed. I have clinical depression. If you follow me on Twitter, you know this. And Sam likes to remind me.
Oh my God. If I get on Twitter one more time and see some self-loathing tweet from anybody, it's not just you.
Yeah.
It's either that or you're posing around in your little pink shorts.
Hey, wait, I don't wear shorts.
Or your pink little jeanies.
No, I don't wear pink jeans. I wear pink hoodies.
Pink jeans.
I don't wear pink jeans. Hey, at least I'm at JacksFilms. Weird flex, but okay.
Weird. Is he as tiny as he looks?
He is. I think he's as tall as I am.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
Really?
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like he's that tall. He seems like a little goblin.
I can't. He's like. Well, I mean, in that picture, oh, boom! Wow, video editing. But yeah, no. JacksFilms is a really, really nice guy, and his wife Erin is a really sweet woman. Like,
yeah, I saw they had like that big ass blowout wedding.
Oh, I didn't.
It looked nice as hell.
I didn't pay attention to that, but I mean, when you get
they like released wedding pictures and they invited everybody. That shit was dope looking.
When you get ad spots every single like Keemstar. I don't know if anybody here knows about Keemstar, but he just tweeted. I don't know what your ad revenue is, but this applies to you since you're successful. He was just, he tweeted, he's only getting $4,000 a day for 10 minutes of entertainment. And he's saying that as if that's a super bad thing, which, granted, for his size, it probably is, but still.
Who, Keemstar?
Yeah, he only gets $4,000 a day.
Oh, wow. Only
$4,000 a day. I know I'm starting to sound like Keemstar. No.
Yeah.
But like for January CPM,
I would let horrific things be done to my asshole for $4,000 a day.
Would you be Keemstar?
Oh, I mean, come on. I said horrific things to my asshole, not horrific things to my life.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what my biggest beef with him is?
What?
Is that he has all that money and then he buys that ugly ass fucking McMansion house.
Oh yeah, he does have a mansion.
No, a McMansion.
Oh, well,
it's different.
Well, he's in Buffalo. Who fucking cares?
A McMansion is a disgusting, gross, slap together home, and that's what he has.
Oh wait, are those things that always get like you always see on the fucking highway that take up all 3 lanes?
No.
I hate those. You know what I'm talking about, right?
That's a modular home.
Okay, I hate that.
Yeah.
Anybody, if you own a modular home, fucking kill yourself.
Nah, McMansion's just like a 3,000 square foot home that was slapped together with absolutely no architectural design in mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like it's designed from like the inside out. They're like, we need this many bedrooms with this much this, and then the outside is dictated by the shit that you have on the inside. So you end up with this lumpy, ugly home.
Wow.
And that's if I remember correctly, if the picture I saw was what I think I saw, it was his lumpy ass little house.
Yeah.
He does. Although I will admit, dude, he's got a swanky pool set up.
Bro, I like
that.
I gotta say, Keemstar's living the life. Nobody, you can say what you want about him, but he's living the fucking life.
Oh yeah, he's living the life, dude.
Bro.
You know how like people get hair transplants and like on their head?
Yeah.
If I could get like hair transplants from his beard and put it on my hairline.
Oh yeah. What's up with people saying that your hairline's receding? Is it?
What do you mean? Have you seen that thing?
I mean, I think people are exaggerating it, but are you balding?
Yeah, you can play ping pong on my forehead, dude. The thing's huge.
Damn, you can play Connect 4 on my face, but
Yeah, I got a big forehead. I got the points going on at the corners where like your hair parts.
Well,
like,
I mean, JacksFilms has a big forehead, but he's not balding.
Yeah, but he's not fat. Like my head looks like a
you have
watermelon.
gotten fat. You're right.
Yeah.
Man, I'm starting
I got that thick boy life.
Damn. Wait, how much you weigh? I gotta compare and contrast.
250.
Oh, sweet. I'm only like 210 last time I measured.
Yeah, how tall are you again?
5'9", 5'10".
Oh, I'm 5'2".
I'm obese.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Me more so.
Yeah, well, you know what? You eat Chick-Fil-A all the time.
Yeah.
I don't have that. You know, we don't have Love's or fucking Waffle House in Michigan.
You're not really missing out on much.
Oh, I mean, hey, sometimes I want to feel trashy.
Yeah, Waffle House is where you go if you close down the bar at 3 a.m. and you just need someplace to eat real quick.
Yeah.
To sober up.
Okay. Let's start getting into we got a couple more topics, and then I guess we could look at some more Twitter questions, and then I guess wrap up. Can you please, this is something that I noticed on some of your older videos. What the fuck is summary for Bryan?
Huh?
In some of your descriptions, you'd put summary for Bryan.
Oh yeah, because Bryan, like, okay, so Bryan and Steve, you gotta realize that when people start a YouTube channel now, there's a whole lot more to go on in terms of what other people are doing and what's successful than what I had to go on when I first started. Because although my channel is only in 2013, since 2013, this is my second channel. Like my other one was like 2009 or 2010 or something.
Yeah, same here.
And like at the time, yeah, there was other YouTubers, but nobody had really figured out like what that key thing was to be like big. And when I started out, their commentary wasn't even super popular. So it was just gameplay, mic.
Yeah, you grew up with Wings of Redemption, didn't you?
Oh my God. By the way, if you want to really just reinforce that depression you have, go watch fucking
dude, I do.
Wings of Redemption.
I watch him. I watch him all the time. Mr. Big Guy. Mr. Big Guy. Have you seen
I saw
that?
like an entire subreddit of people just making fun of him.
Oh, dude. Dude, you know,
a depressing
you want to know
thing.
something really depressing? He's fucking platinum in Siege.
Really?
Yeah, he's like good at Siege, but he gets trolled all the fucking time. Like,
well, he just plays it on console, doesn't he?
Yeah, he plays it on PS4.
Yeah, that's not impressive. Don't shut up.
Well, let's see how he does now that mouse and keyboard are supported.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Is he gonna get absolutely fucked?
Yeah, probably. Anyways, so, yeah, like, I made probably 250 to 300 videos before I even knew what the hell I was doing on YouTube. And so Bryan and Steve have been there. They like every video had 2 likes. It was Bryan and Steve. Like they would come by and support me every single time. So those are my main men. I don't care if sometimes I don't talk to Steve for 6 months. Still one of my best friends. And Bryan though, he'll like come to a video and he'll just like watch 2 seconds of it and like walk away if you don't immediately know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
And so for a while, every once in a while, I'll do like a description for Bryan where I would like just put in the description, I was like, Bryan, this is what happens. And he'd be like, okay, I guess it's for him to decide whether or not he wants to watch it, you know?
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it was. Just a little descriptor for him.
Because I kept seeing those on old videos and I'm like, this is adorable, but I want to know what the fucking context, because this has nothing to do with the video.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, since we're coming to the end, could you explain to the class who Margaret is?
You explain to the folks back home?
Yeah, the folks out in Nam. Who's Margaret?
Margaret. Okay, so remember how I got banned twice from Twitter, lifetime ban. Well, of course, I had to keep out a reach out on Twitter, right?
Yeah,
it's an important platform. So I hired a secretary who also handles merchandise.
You mentioned her in your latest video too, didn't you? You yelled at her. You yelled at her to get coffee.
No, we didn't. I didn't yell at her.
Well, you gently reminded her to get you some fucking coffee.
She was a distance away.
Okay.
So I had to slightly elevate my voice.
Okay.
But I hired a secretary assistant type lady to basically run a new Twitter and tweet out the goings-ons of the channel.
Yeah.
It's not owned by me. It's owned by her. And it's connected to her phone number. And so it's not mine, but it does represent my and she sometimes quotes me
yeah, that's
tweets.
what those quotes are, is just you rambling on about the
I always look at her and go, Margaret,
take a memo.
First of all, I told you never make fucking eye contact with me. Second of all, I want you to tweet this. And then I would say it, and then she would tweet it.
What a nice lady.
Yeah.
I've actually DM'd with her a few times because, again, it's not your account, so I have to go through her, and then she leaves you, I supposed, little notes around the office. But she seems like a very nice lady. But she did go off on me because apparently I was spelling her name Margaret without the second A for a while.
Yeah, it's Margaret.
Yeah.
Margaret.
Yeah, I was spelling it without that second A. She was not too fond of that.
No.
She was a bit peeved.
There's two things that you don't do with women. One is misspell their name. Two is ask them how old they are. And three is club them over the head with a guitar and drag them down.
Here we go. Let's end this off with the illegal thing that I did down in Georgia. So, you were asking me what swerving / sway driving is. Have you ever seen somebody on the road just like going back and forth in their lane? Just like kind of like they're bobbing, like they're getting some body roll.
Yeah, usually it's like people with RVs and stuff.
Yeah, but like
I think the wind is like whipping a nay-nay in them.
Yeah,
and
no,
so they're just
So when I was down in Georgia, I was bored, and for some reason, to get on the highway, there are like always 3 lights between the gas station and the actual entrance to the highway. So I have a Beetle. Yeah, make all the jokes you want in the comments. I have a Beetle. It's a fast fucker because I got a turbo engine.
Ooh.
Yeah, it goes real zoom, 190 horsepower. Not too much, but for a Beetle, zoom. Anyways, so there was this truck. There was this white truck with 6 tires on it, which I never got why trucks have like 4 tires in the back. I would guess that's for more torque. And then there was some fucking pussy-ass bitch in a Civic behind me. As we would go up to each of the lights, because there were 3 of them, I would just start kind of swaying in my car. And the guy behind me looked at me like I was a fucking crazy person. And I think he called the cops on me. But I don't know, because I got the fuck out of there as soon as I could. But the guy in front of me with the truck, when we got up to the last light, when the second light turned green, I started swaying a bit, and then this motherfucker just starts swaying with me. And it was
Really?
such a satisfying thing to see, because it's just like, you're just doing it like, if you ever do it in your car, you're just hoping somebody else joins in with you, and seeing this truck with like 6 wheels just bobbing and weaving, it was a magical thing. But
bobbing and weaving.
But that's not even the best part. So we got on the highway, or the expressway, and we were both going the same way, but it was Atlanta traffic, so it took a little while. But I got up next to him. He's like a black guy, and he looks over at me, and he just like gives me a piece, and then just drives off. And it was just like such a wholesome moment. I was real happy with that.
You know, my driving I guess mentality is always, I never understood people that get like road rage, right?
Oh, I get
so
road
my
rage
driving
all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well,
I'm really relaxed when I drive.
I want to be, but there are just like some people who drive either under the speed limit or like directly the speed limit. But when they know there's a shit,
that's me, dude.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
I lay in the cut while I'm driving. Well, anyways, so there's this road that kind of circles my town, and there's an entry onto the interstate, and there's this guy behind me. I'm driving on the left lane, and we're coming up on the 2 turning lanes on the left that go onto the interstate, and this guy's behind me fucking tailgating the shit out of me. I'm laying in the cut, dude. I'm lounged back, have no care in the world, because, you know, I have nowhere to go. I don't have a fucking day job. And so this guy, I can see him, like, he has like a suit and tie on, like he's trying to get somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And so I get over into the first turning lane to get on the interstate, which would be like the outside turning lane. And then he gets behind me, but then realizes that he's going to be stuck behind me. So he goes to get over into the other turning lane. And I see that he's doing that. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to fuck with this guy. So I get over with him and I'm in front of him. And I see him just go, he's like white knuckling his fucking steering wheel. And I just see him like, it looked like he barked. Like he just goes like, ah! Like he just like yells like, because I'm looking at him through the rear view. And then so this is what he does. He then goes to get back over in the outside lane. At this point, we're coming up on the red light that turns, right?
Yeah.
And as he gets over, at the last second, I swoop right back in front of him. And so we're at the red light, and I'm looking at him in the rear view, and this guy looks like he is about to tear off his steering wheel in his fucking car. He's just like, ah! Because I'm just going out of my way to just fucking piss him off. Yeah, he wasn't too happy.
Wow.
And then like I think a week or two after that, there was that story in town of there was a prosecutor that someone followed him home and shot him to death in his driveway, and they thought it had to do with one of his cases, and it turns out that he was like pulling out of Zaxby's, getting some chicken, and he pulled out in front of somebody, and that person was like, yeah, this fucker's gonna die. Followed him home and shot him to death. After, like, that was a couple weeks after I had pissed off this other dude, and I was like, God damn, I was really playing with fire, considering that I didn't know people got that mad in road rage incidents.
Well, you're in Florida, so you especially shouldn't be doing that.
People are so high strung, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, driving in Florida is fucking horrible.
They just need to do what I do to release all my tension, is put on that furry outfit and fuck some dogs. No, I'm kidding. You might want to cut that part out. Leave it in there. Leave it in there.
God, you're like super fucking mean-spirited towards furries this episode.
Dude, fuck them. Leave all that in there.
Well, I mean,
they're not
I'm
people like the rest of us.
I'm gonna leave it in there. I'm just saying, you're a bit harsh.
What are they gonna like do they have a furry federation where they're gonna do a class action lawsuit against me because I'm for defamation? The anti-furry defamation league.
I think my artist is a furry.
Well, I don't hate them as people.
Because they're not people.
No. I'm sorry. I don't hate them individually. I just hate them as people. Oh. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay. I'm just clearing that up. It just seemed very like you hated every single one of them individually.
No. If I might meet them on the side of the road, like those guys I took pictures with, they were cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they were creepy. I wouldn't let them touch me.
Yeah, why the fuck are you in a fursuit in Florida?
Yeah.
God.
I mean, I don't have like a huge problem with them. I just hate everything that they have to do with.
Okay, yeah. Okay. That's all I wanted to make sure. I don't want to make sure anything was like, because I mean, hey, you brought up all of your subscribers to invade Tallahassee, so it's like furry HQ's next.
Yeah, I took that down. We stepped down on that.
Yeah. Oh man, what a pussy.
Yeah. Now, what if a freak accident, or freak turn of events? What if it turns out that I only took it down because one of my subscribers orchestrated Hurricane Michael? Because it was like a week and a half after I posted that video, like Hurricane comes in and fucks up the town.
Jesus.
If I have a mad scientist?
Yeah. Oh yeah. For anybody still listening, the reason that this fucking podcast didn't come out 3 months ago is because of the hurricane.
Yeah, I like how you can tell this guy's really driven by ambition, where he postpones his entire creative ideas and his entire podcast so he can have me as his first guest. I mean, wow, nothing's gonna stop this guy. He's gonna take over the internet.
Sam, you're making me regret ever being friends with you.
Well, what if the next guest says he's gonna be on but he doesn't? You guys might never get another episode.
I mean, I'll just get Donut Operator
as he just sits there. Donut Operator is a cool guy.
I'm
saw
friends
a video
with
of his.
Okay, fuck you. I've been in a couple of his videos. One of his videos, the one about what you do when you get pulled over, he did for me for a class project.
Ooh.
Weird. Yeah, I'm in the very beginning because it was really weird in class because he's like, my friend the narrator, and then it showed a picture of my face, and my entire class was like, what the fuck?
Damn.
Yeah, no, but he is a very nice man.
Ask him what to do if You ever seen that movie Crash?
No.
Oh. Well, there's a part in it where like this cop pulls over this lady and starts like finger blasting her, checking her for weapons in her vagina. Ask him what to do if a cop ever does that to me. You know? Like, what do you do when a cop has two fingers up your ass?
Hey, Mr. Donut Operator, what happens when a cop finger fucks me?
Yeah. So, all right, Donut Operator. I'm standing there, hands on the side of my car. I'm getting finger blasted. I'm getting finger blasted by a cop. What do I do?
Okay, I think this is a
Just
good.
Send them that.
I think this is a good place to wrap it up. Hey, thanks for listening to the first episode of the Self Inflicted Podcast. Don't worry, I do want to kill myself. Thank you, General Sam, for stopping by and making me want to kill myself just that much more. Where can people find you?
Yeah, I kind of.
What's your address?
I live on the internet.
You know, I feel this very strong connection that you don't want people to know where you live.
No. You know what? You guys can find out where I am on the internet by just searching up some stuff about me on Google. Like General Sam.
Wait, why Google and why not Bing?
On Dogpile.